Yo, fight fans, buckle up for the ultimate breakdown of UFC 318's main event. Max Holloway vs. Dustin Poirier, 3, straight from the Electric Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. This wasn't just a fight, it was a war for the BMF title, with Holloway defending his belt against the Diamond in his final octagon appearance. The stakes were sky high, the crowd was hyped, and these two warriors delivered a performance that'll be talked about for years. Let's jump into the highlights and relive every heart-pounding moment of this epic showdown. Right from the opening bell, the energy was off the charts. Round 1 starts with Max Holloway, the pride of Hawaii, stalking forward like a man on a mission. He's flicking out his jab, crisp and clean, testing Poirier's defenses. The crowd's buzzing as Max lands a slick low kick that gets Dustin's attention. But Poirier, fighting in front of his Louisiana faithful, isn't here to play. He fires back with a stinging body kick, showing that signature Cajun grit. Then, out of nowhere, Holloway cracks Poirier with a sharp right hand that sends him stumbling to the canvas. The arena erupts, but Dustin's got heart for days. He scrambles back to his feet, shaking it off like a true veteran. Holloway smells blood and keeps the pressure on, unloading a flurry of punches, jab, cross, hook, repeat. His volume is insane, but Poirier's not backing down. He catches Max with a nasty uppercut that snaps his head back, and the round ends with both guys trading shots in a wild exchange. What a way to kick things off. Round 2, and it's like these guys turned the dial to 11. Holloway's sticking to his game plan, using his range to pepper Dustin with jabs and teep kicks to the body. Max is a master at piling up strikes, and you can see him trying to wear Poirier down. But Dustin, the Diamond, shines brightest under pressure. He steps in with a monster left hand that rocks Holloway, and the crowd loses it. Sensing his moment, Poirier leaps for his patented guillotine choke, wrapping Max up tight. The New Orleans fans are on their feet, screaming as Dustin cranks on the neck. Holloway's face is turning red, but he stays calm, working his way out with some slick grappling. He pops free, and now it's his turn to return the favor. Max unloads a vicious three-punch combo that forces Poirier to cover up. The round's a blur of action. Dustin's landing heavy hooks. Max is answering with lightning-fast counters. Neither guy's giving an inch, and the bell rings with the crowd roaring for more. This is why we love MMA. As we roll into round 3, you can feel the intensity cranking up. Holloway's corner is urging him to keep the volume high, and he's listening. He's snapping Dustin's head back with jabs and mixing in low kicks that are starting to slow Poirier down. Max's movement is on point, circling away from Dustin's power shots. But Poirier's got that Louisiana fire in him. He lands a brutal body shot that makes Max wince, then follows with a right hook that opens a cut under Holloway's eye. Blood's dripping, but Max is unfazed. He's been here before. He answers with a spinning back kick that catches Dustin off guard. And the crowd's eating it up. The stats are starting to show Max's edge. He's landing nearly double the strikes, with 92 total compared to Dustin's 49 by the end of this round. But Poirier's shots are heavier, and every time he connects, you can see the damage adding up. It's a chess match, mixed with a street fight, and neither guy's backing off. Round 4 is where things get even crazier. Holloway's finding his rhythm, stringing together combinations that keep Poirier guessing. He's landing 4-5 punches at a clip, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, back to the jab. It's like watching a highlight reel in real time. Dustin's face is showing the wear, with redness around his eyes, but he's still dangerous. He catches Max with a looping left that staggers him for a split second, and the arena explodes again. Poirier tries to capitalize, rushing in with a flurry of his own, but Holloway's got an iron chin. He absorbs the shots and fires back with a vicious elbow that splits Dustin's eyebrow. Now both guys are bleeding, and the octagon looks like a battlefield. The pace is relentless. Holloway's thrown 100 arms. Dustin's landing the harder shots, but Max's volume is insane. He's piling up points and making Poirier work for every inch. They're both digging deep, showing the kind of heart that makes you want to jump out of your seat. By the end of the round, both guys' faces are marked up, and you know this fight's gonna be a grind. Now, let's talk about what makes this fight so special. It's not just about punches and kicks, it's about two guys leaving everything in the cage. Dustin's fighting for his hometown, his family, and his dream of being a champ. Every shot he throws has that Louisiana fire behind it. Max, he's fighting to prove he's more than just a featherweight king. He wants the world to know he can hang with the big boys at 155. You can feel their passion in every exchange, every clinch, every moment they push through the pain. It's the kind of fight that reminds you why you love MMA: raw, real, and full of heart. Round 3, and the pace is still ridiculous. Dustin's corner is telling him to keep using his power to target Max's body and slow him down. Max's team is yelling for him to stay busy, keep moving, and wear Dustin out. Poirier lands a monster right hand that wobbles Max again, and for a second, it looks like the fight might end. But Max, with that warrior spirit, clinches up, stalls, and fires back with a flurry of his own. They're trading in the center of the cage, neither guy giving an inch. Dustin's nose is bleeding, Max's eye is swelling, but they're both grinning like they're having the time of their lives. The fans are on their feet, screaming their lungs out. This is what a championship fight is all about. As we head into the championship rounds 4 and 5, things get even more intense. Dustin's starting to find his rhythm, picking his shots better, and landing some heavy leg kicks that make Max's legs wobble. But Holloway's not human, I swear. He's still throwing combos, still talking trash in the cage, egging Dustin on. Come on, let's go. You can hear him say. Dustin answers with a vicious hook to the body, 130 strikes to Poirier's 82 by the end of this round. But Dustin's power keeps him in the fight. The crowd's chanting BMF, BMF, as these two trade blows like gladiators. This is the kind of fight that makes you love the sport. Heading into the 5th and final round, you can feel the weight of the moment. This is Dustin Poirier's last dance, and he's fighting like a man who wants to go out on his shield. Holloway, though, is determined to keep his BMF title. Max opens with a blistering combination, landing a head kick that snaps Dustin's head to the side. Poirier shakes it off and charges forward, landing a massive overhand right that has Max backpedaling. The fans are screaming as both guys dig deep. Holloway's piling on the volume, racking up 186 total strikes to Dustin's 114 by the final minute, but Poirier's not going quietly. He lands a clean cross that stuns Max, and for a moment, it looks like he might pull off a miracle finish. With 10 seconds left, they meet in the center of the octagon, throwing haymakers in a scene straight out of a movie. The bell rings, and the Smoothie King Center is shaking from the noise. What an absolute war. As the fighters embrace in the center, the crowd gives them a standing ovation. The judges' scorecards come in, and it's unanimous for Max Holloway 48-47, 49-46, 49-46. He keeps the BMF belt, cementing his legacy as one of the toughest to ever do it. Holloway raises his hand in victory, but he's quick to show respect, hugging Poirier and praising his heart. Dustin, ever the class act, takes off his gloves and leaves them in the octagon, signaling the end of an incredible career. As Lil Wayne's My Way blares through the arena, Poirier soaks in the love from his hometown fans, tears in his eyes. It's a moment that gives you goosebumps. A warrior's farewell. The stats tell the story of Holloway's dominance and volume. He landed 186 significant strikes to Poirier's 114, with a 60% accuracy rate compared to Dustin's 52%. Max also mixed in for takedown attempts, though only one landed, while Poirier's guillotine attempts kept things spicy on the ground. Both guys showed unreal cardio, never slowing down over 25 minutes of chaos. Holloway's jab was the difference maker, landing 72 times to control the range, while Poirier's power shots, especially his left hook, kept him in the fight till the end. This fight wasn't just about the belt, it was about two legends, leaving it all in the cage. Holloway proved why he's one of the best featherweights ever, while Poirier showed the heart that made him a fan favorite. The respect between them was palpable, and you could feel the emotion in the air as they shared a moment after the fight. For Poirier, it was the perfect way to close out his career, going toe-to-toe with an all-time great in front of his people. For Holloway, it's another notch on his belt and a statement that he's still got plenty left in the tank. Now, let's talk about what's next. For Holloway, the featherweight division is wide open. Does he take on the rising stars like Ilia Topuria or Movsar Evloev, or maybe a rematch with Alexander Volkanovski to settle the score? The BMF champ's got options, and you know he's always ready to scrap. As for Poirier, he walks away as a legend, with a career full of wars and a legacy that'll inspire the next generation. His work outside the cage, like his Good Fight Foundation, will keep his impact alive. UFC 318 was a night to remember, and Holloway vs. Poirier 3 was the cherry on top. The energy in New Orleans was unreal, with 15,312 fans packing the arena, and gate receipts hitting $8.7 million. From the opening bell to the final embrace, this fight delivered everything we love about MMA: heart, skill, and pure excitement. If you were there or watched it live, you know you witnessed something special. So, what did you think of this absolute banger? Who's got your vote for Fight of the Year? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going. If you loved these highlights, smash that like button and subscribe for more UFC action. We're breaking down every big fight, so you don't miss a thing. Next up, UFC 319 is around the corner, and you know it's going to be another wild ride. Until then, keep training, keep watching, and keep loving this crazy sport. Peace out.